Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to see the remaining part of the introductory part and the first unit of the second lesson, that is Rise the Nationalism in India. Okay. So yesterday we have studied three topics mainly related to this nationalism in India. So what is nationalism we have studied, and other than that, uh, what was the situation during the First World War in our country, India, as we were done, we were ruled by the colonial British government, and what all the problems that we are facing in the during the First World War time, and what was the taxes, custom duties, and how it was introduced, how income tax was introduced, and the prices of the essential goods, and forced recruitment, and crop failures and influenza epidemic affected people. And then we come to study the Gandhi and Satyagraha, how Gandhi came to India, and he started the Satyagraha, and what was his idea of Satyagraha, and what all the first three Satyagraha movements that he undergone after coming to India, like Champaran movement, Keda movement, and the mill workers movement. And in this class we are going to learn about Rowlatt Act, and this Rowlatt Act was passed by the British government by 1919, and this act gave the government the power to imprison any person without trial for a period of 2 years if they were undergoing any political struggle against the British people, or if any people is protesting against the British government, they will be arrested without arrested for 2 years without any reason. Okay, that is what the Rowlatt Act is, and the aim of this act was to destroy the national movement by imprisoning the national workers. If the national workers were imprisoned, means automatically the movement will be stopped. Right, that is their aim mainly, and it was a black law because it was against the basic human rights, because the people can fight for their rights. So, and even if that was what forbidden, means that is a black law, right? That is what the thing. And Gandhi started what a Satyagraha movement against this Rowlatt Act, and he started up it with a Hartal. Okay, Gandhi organized a non-violent Satyagraha against this Rowlatt Act, and a Hartal was organized on 6th April 1919. And not only Hartal, I said you already, Hartal means what it is, right? And rallies were also conducted. People were having the placards and many other things, and they started protesting against the law. Okay, Rowlatt Act. And not only they did that, but also the shops were closed, and most of the people working in the railway workshops, they undergone strike, and even the people working in the transport and communication system of the British, mainly railways and also telegram systems, telegraphs and everything, that was also because there is no workers, so it was also standstill. So most of the British people, they started getting afraid that if it is going in this way, automatically their protest will become successful, and we have to what accept with what they are saying. So what they thought is, they thought of what creating a violence. And as part of it, what they did is, first they arrested many of the local leaders of Amritsar, and other than that, they barred Gandhi to enter into the Delhi. And not only that, what they did, they started firing on the peaceful procession, and because of that, many people got angry, and they started attacking on the government post office, railway stations, and also banks and everything. And because of that, the martial law was imposed, and it was who took the command? General Dyer, who took the command. And this was going on one side, and in the next side, these protests also led to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. You all know that. So what happened mainly on that time is, on 13th April 1919, most of the village people, they came to a particular place called Jallianwala Bagh, and they organized mainly for what? mainly for mainly to attend a Baisakhi fair. It's a Hindu festival. To for that festival only they came, and they or got organized in a park. But not only those people, but on the other side, some political people also came to have a political meeting in Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar to protest against the arrest of, because I said you most of the national leaders were arrested. So in order to protest again protest for the arresting for arresting the national leaders, they were also organized. But what happened, General Dyer, he came to that particular area, to that park, and he locked all the exit doors of that park, and all the people who came for Baisakhi fair, the people who came for protesting, all were there, and all were killed by opening the fire. So General Dyer, what he did, he ordered the troops to fire, and the firing lasted for nearly 10 minutes, and hundreds of people were killed on that. And not only that, more than 1,000 people, not even 100 people, more than 1,000 people were killed, and many were wounded. And this incident of Jallianwala Bagh created a huge tension in that area, and most of the northern states of India, they started what mainly they got angry, and they started fighting for that, fighting, and again they started fighting with the policemen. And also not only that, they started destroying the government buildings. And now this British government, that had taken it as a chance, and what they did, they the government responded with brutal repression. Brutal repression means what? The Satyagrahis who undergone this struggle now, all they were asked to rub their noses on the ground, and other than that, they were made to crawl on the streets, and to salute the sahibs. And also they what they made them to feel ashamed. In that way, they brutally repressed to make them more terrorized. It was actually a plan of this British government to terrorize the people who are undergoing peaceful procession. Okay, and even the General Dyer, what he said after this Jallianwala Bagh incident, he said that in order to create peace, or in order to create peace only, he undergone with this brutal repression. That's in that way he said, and he made most of the people get very much angry about this British government. And next, what happened means, as the as the as most of the people were terrorized by in order to control the violence, what did Gandhi did? Gandhi called off that particular movement. And after a few days, what happened means, most of the people, they started asking to restart the movement for the freedom struggle. And as a part of it, what happened? Rowlatt Satyagraha has been created, and the what is that Rowlatt Satyagraha is in sense? Yeah, though this Rowlatt Satyagraha that they undergone before now, that was only known to the cities and towns. But what Gandhi felt is, from all the villages, all the cities, all the districts, all the people should undergo the movement. Then only it will be fruitful. Then only it will be powerful. So what he thought is, already there was a big problem between Hindus and Muslims in India. So only if both of them come together only, they can able to struggle in a united way to achieve freedom. So for that, what he did, he undertook a problem that was going in in the Khilafat area. So okay, actually he took off the Khilafat issue. During the time of First World War, that was ended with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey. You all know that, right? There was some rumors came that the Ottoman Empire, he is the spiritual head of Islamic world, and his name is what? Khalifa. Okay, the Khalifa. And what all the people said is, the harsh peace treaty that is going to be imposed on Ottoman Empire, and the kingdom was going to be completely destroyed. And in order to defend the powers of the Khalifa, the Khilafat committee was started. Okay, so Gandhi, in order to help the Khalifa and his empire, Gandhi started a movement called Khilafat movement, and a Khilafat committee was formed in Bombay in the month March, April 19. Okay, March 1919, and a younger generation of Muslim people, and mainly it was two main persons, and who it is mainly? It is it was Muhammad. It was a movement organized by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali brothers. Okay, and the aim of this movement was to protest against the injustice done to the Turkey by Britain after the First World War, and the Turkish Sultan had a title of Caliph, and the Muslims consider him as a spiritual leader. I have already said you. Gandhi saw this as an opportunity to bring. So why Gandhi took this what movement, ma? It is mainly to it is by if he is fighting for Muslims, automatically Muslims will respond to him. They will also join, so that all together Hindus and Muslims can fight for the freedom. So he used this opportunity to bring Muslims under the umbrella of the unified national movement. At the end of the Calcutta session of Congress in September 1920, he convinced other leaders also of the need to start a non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat movement as well as for Swaraj. So first he started it for the Khalifa as a Khilafat movement, and slowly the Khilafat movement was considered as what? Non-cooperation Khilafat movement, not only for Khilafat but also for Swaraj. And many of the members also, many Muslims also joined in this movement. That's